Hey, what is up, everyone? I know it's been a while, and I know I made a promise on a show that didn't work out. I know. Anyways, as you all know, I'm also on that political side and revolution side and all that, and I cover all that shit. And for those of you who remember the BP shit, I mean, I sure hope you do because we're still like prosecuting them and charging them. I just found something that was very, very interesting. It is on BBC News, uh, and see, got it right here. Anyways, let me just bring up the headline for y'all. Yeah, see right here. There's a headline about Cheveron halts production after leak at Brazil oil field. And this is actually a very new article. So, it ain't like some old ass thing that, I found that was archived or anything. No, this is actually very recent. And it got me thinking because when BP fucked up, not only did the rest of the world know, but also we knew as well. And we stood up and shook our fist and that, and it was a long process, but in fact, actually, as I remember, BP was practically doing next to nothing about the situation, and now we practically made BP our little bitch and taking everything they got while making them fix what they screwed up. Anyways, I have yet to see any American news program with this story. So, I'm gonna expose all this. Rockefeller, don't scare me. Anyways, yeah, so it has detected what it calls a small new seepage of oil that seeped close to a well in Field, where there was a major leak in 2011. So yeah, this one right here is, just happened this year, but there was one that also happened in 2011. So it isn't the first time. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to just read this whole thing off. The U.S. oil company Cheveron says it has temporarily halted production operations in Brazil after a fresh oil leak was discovered. It has detected what it calls a small new seepage of oil on seabed close to well in the Frayed Field, whatever the fuck that is, where there was a major leak in 2011. See? The company says it has taken this step as a precaution. Now, whatever that step is, well, I'm guessing it's the halting of all that. In November, up to 3,000 barrels of oil spilled from the well, which is around 240 miles off Rio de Janeiro. I'm not real good at Spanish, so if I fuck this up, I'm sorry. Anyways, that's in Brazil. Brazil's oil regulator, ANP, says it is unclear how large the latest spillage might be, but the oil seems to be coming from cracks in the ocean floor, close to the well, rather than the well itself. Now, this is where all the hippies and Greenpeace and all those groups should probably think about getting involved on this. Cheveron is already facing a $100 million fine. Now my comment on this part is, come on, 100 million? These guys are so rich you could charge them 100 billion and deny them the right to raise gas prices. In fact, force them to cut gas prices in half. And really, financially, they wouldn't be affected much. Like, seriously. Like, half of the world economy is in their bank account untouched. Like their inheritance won't even get around to touching it with the money they already got. Come on, milk this shit for what it's worth, guys. Anyways, and ANP says it will impose a new fine for failing to prevent the latest spill. Yeah. Now, the biggest reason why I'm bringing this thing up is how our government was so big on taking action against BP for its fuck up. When, you know, Chevron is like one of our biggest oil companies. You know, it's like, how can we take that much action on a foreign oil company while at the same time, you know, we're doing the same thing. In fact, I have not seen this on any news station at all. I mean, I didn't hear about this till I go on BBC. For those of you who want a tip, check out news from around the world. It's very, very interesting. You'll be surprised at what we miss. Anyways, Chevron has confirmed the leak in a statement and says it is working to collect any crude oil that has made its way into the ocean. The Frade Fields is the largest foreign-run oil field in Brazil. Alright, so I guess it's foreign-run, but Chevron is still an American company. It's owned by the Rockefeller family. And so, you know, in case you're wondering how it was so covered up and how they managed to successfully, you know, pull all this off, it's because it's one of the most powerful, richest families in the country. In fact, one of the Rockefellers owns Chase Bank. For those of you who remember the protest at Occupy. Yeah, anyways, the Frade Field is largest and produces around 60,000 barrels of crude oil a day. So that's how much they make a day. Now, there's a whole bunch of other links right below it. I'm gonna just, because I don't really want to get into all that. But just go to www.bbc.co.uk and Then after that, you're going to want to go to Latin America. And it's basically going to be one of the first links, second to first. So yeah, check that out. I'm just letting everybody know about this. I think this is something we should take action about. Anyways, one and only Boxboy 420 signing out.